Yes. So we have done Jupiter in the till 6th house. Now we will start with Jupiter in 7th house.
I'll just put the diagram, sir.
Yeah. Seventh house. Who's the ownership of seventh house?
Saturn.
You can you have
1, 2, 3.
no ownership. The ownership of seventh house.
Yesterday's things I couldn't go through because I was writing till day before yesterday, sir. All the 12 houses.
Okay.
Only, because I was seeing I had to spend 2 or 2.5 hours. Just
First house is of Mars. Second of Venus.
I'll write it down.
Yes, you can write it down. Mars, Venus, Mercury, Moon, Sun, and then Mercury.
2, sir.
Yes, Mercury owned 2 houses. Venus also owned 2 houses. Excuse me. Mars, again Mars. Jupiter, Saturn, again Saturn, Jupiter. So, Mars owned how many houses?
2.
First and
8.
8th.
8.
And Venus?
First and 7th. I'm sorry, 2nd and 7th.
Correct. So we are going to start Jupiter in 7th house. So who is the ownership of 7th house?
Venus.
See, the nature of Venus is, I have told you when I was explaining about planets, is enjoyment, seeking pleasure. All the glamour, taste, flavor, exaggerating the beauty, that is Venus. And Jupiter is priesthood, religion, the purity, idealism, something related to the higher philosophy, scriptures, religion, all Upanishads. So now if we place Jupiter here, Jupiter is not very comfortable because the nature of Jupiter is to gain wisdom. Wherever Jupiter sits, he tries to create idealism in that house. When I explained the first house, he tried to create idealistic body. For second house, idealistic food eating habit. Now in the 7th house, Jupiter tries to create idealistic atmosphere, idealistic relation with the spouse. 7th house, house of spouse, right? See, Venus is not interested in idealism, because when we are into that idealistic path, we cannot enjoy the flavor of life, because sometimes we goes to some unknown realm, the path which is not defined, or may leads to some bad circumstances, bad society. But then Venus is ready for that, because Venus wants to enjoy life. Venus wants to enjoy life, and the spouse is not interested in idealism. She would be pissed off.
Sorry.
Your spouse will say,
Your spouse wants to go out, to watch food, go for a movie, eat good food, talk to friends.
And just enough. No,
little bit.
Little bit.
Good in life.
Do not teach me. So spouse says, I want knowledge, but not from you. So this is the conversation. She is interested in the knowledge, but not from the husband every time. Let me chill, let me relax. Husband says, no, the house is dirty, it should be cleaned. This is not the way, your kitchen is not proper. Your bedroom is, the bed sheets are not being washed properly. So he's trying to create idealism at home. And the spouse will be very annoyed. Okay, I'll do it when I'll have time. Let it be like that. You're getting? What he's saying, okay, if some untidy utensils are there in the sink, don't come and criticize and pinpoint me. I'll wash when I have time. Let me chill. This is the way a spouse lives, because spouse is Venus. So anybody who has Jupiter in 7th house, they would not have a very good relation with the spouse. That cold war continues. Why? Because of teachings. He is trying to become a guru of the spouse, or the spouse is trying to be his guru. Both way. The most casual relation is the relation of husband and wife. The casual relation, no? No formality. But Jupiter is creating formality. If I say something, you should say thank you to my husband, to my wife. I should say thank you. Thank you is obvious. Don't tell me to say thank you. But Jupiter says, no, I have gifted you. You should say thank you. Idealism. All that he or she, in both the cases, want their spouse should be idealistic, role model. Idealistic, that I should give examples to whole world that, see, this is my spouse. Don't put that big idealism on my head. He would be fed up. He or she. Spouse would be fed up, you know. So, and that flowering of love will not happen, because love knows no rule. Love is chill. I will have bath in the afternoon. Why you are compelling me to bath early morning? I'll enjoy my sleep till 10. Today I'm my week off. Don't compel me to get up early and go for a walk and have bath and all that. This is the nature of spouse. This is the nature of Venus in 7th house. But what Jupiter is doing? Get up, go for a walk, do prayer. So the clash arises. Anybody who has Jupiter in 7th house, he would have idealistic image for the outside world. Other people will say, my God, such a saint-like person he is. Because 7th house other person, 7th house of spouse. So this person who has Jupiter in 7th house, when he would interact with the outside world, he would have very idealistic approach. So creates a lasting impression on others. Others are impressed. They will start obeying. They will consider him my Guru. Guruji has come. They will bow their head. The person who has Jupiter in 7th house, the outside world will bow their head. Guruji. What is happening inside the house? Spouse will not bow their head or his or her head. You are my husband, not my guru, not my teacher. Don't make my life complicated. I will go away. I'll give you divorce. You know?
Yeah.
So Jupiter in 7th house is not a comfortable position. So you need to check the data. Have you collected the data? Have you collected the data of your friends, your
No.
relative?
I don't have time.
You have to. What are you doing whole day?
Sir, they are all in Chennai. How can I collect the data?
No, you can message them. Right now,
No.
if you have your friends, brothers, sisters, cousins, if you remember your own birth chart, open it.
Yes, I know.
Your mother and father, open it. And the friends you are here, you can pop up and let's see where their Jupiter is placed, in which house. Now you are familiar with all the houses, right? Now ask their data, put in the software and just horoscope will pop up. See, is that fellow behaving the same way?
As to how
the way I am explaining? You need to check it. Only then these principles, these lessons will go deep into your system. And this course would be beneficial for you.
I'll do it today.
Yes.
No. My horoscope first.
Yeah.
My friends and all.
Friends, this is the homework. You have to do it. So Jupiter in 7th house is a complicated house. Because nobody, even your legal partner, your business partner, if you are every day involved with that fellow, he would not digest your idealism. Idealism is good in little dose.
Little dose.
You know?
Anything in little dose. Yes.
Every time you're saying comb your hair, change your t-shirt. So Jupiter 7th house is good, creates good impression, an impression of a teacher, an impression of a leader, an impression of a role model for the outside world, but there has certain shortcomings, problems, obstacles when dealing with the 7th house, because Venus is the lordship of 7th house, and Venus and Jupiter are not friends. Venus doesn't have enmity with anybody. Venus is friendly with anybody, but Jupiter doesn't like Venus. Always enjoying, always freaking out, dancing, just entertainment. What is that? Yes. So Jupiter doesn't enjoy Venus house. So now let's move to house number 8. 8th house, I have explained, is a very complicated house. The lordship is Mars. Very complicated house. Why? Because it's the house of darkness. Right? House of death, accident, sudden mishappening.
Sir, one thing. In our Tamil horoscope, Saturn is the lordship of 7 and 8.
Not the lordship, it's a karka. Significator.
Significator of 7 and 8. Okay.
Saturn is best in 7th house.
7th house. Okay. 8th house?
As per, even 8th house is good. Because 8th house is the death.
If Saturn is sitting there?
When I'll give you consultation, then I will go deep.
Minus 8th house. Saturn.
7th house is the west direction.
West.
West.
West direction.
East west.
7th house.
West direction.
7th house.
So Saturn is darkness. So Saturn is best in west direction. Anybody who has Saturn in 7th house, they should go and work in the west direction from their birthplace. You have 8th. Different thing. Not 7th.
What is it?
We will go do.
Okay.
Because then we would be wasting time in this. Okay. So I want to devote the full time when I will do the consultation. Okay. So 8th house, house of death, sudden happening, mishappening, darkness. The house of your spouse, treasure, in-laws. So Jupiter in 8th house will have a very idealistic relation with our in-laws. Either he would be a guru or teacher for the in-laws, or they are their gurus, his gurus. That kind of relation. If Jupiter is well placed in 8th house, then very soft and pure relation with the in-laws. If the position of Jupiter is weak and complicated, negative, then there is a difference in relationship with the in-laws. Jupiter, 8th house, the treasure of spouse. So he would have a very idealistic approach in handling the treasure of the spouse. He would not spend much, or he will take care of it. Because Jupiter is spreading purity, a religious attribute. Jupiter in 8th house, there is a possibility that your in-laws, if you have Jupiter in 8th house, there is a possibility that their in-laws are very religious. Because 8th house is the house of in-laws. And Jupiter is spreading religious attributes. So in-laws could be religious, following all religious customs, traditions. They may be Muslim, they may be Hindu, they may be Christian. If they are Christian, going to church every Wednesday. If they are Hindu, doing the praying, all stotras and reading scriptures, Ramayana, Vedas, Gitas. My Jupiter is in 8th house.
Okay.
So my in-laws are very religious. I'm just giving an example. Jupiter in 8th house, Jupiter has a very idealistic approach towards life. Idealistic means 2 + 2 = 4. exercise daily. That is the nature of Jupiter, idealistic approach. But here, the Jupiter will have a very weird or contradictory experience of life. One who has Jupiter in 8th house, they will experience life is not the way we observe. Life is a paradox. Sometime 2 plus 2 could be 22 or 2 plus 2 could be 0. Because 8th house is the unknown realm of our life. Unknown, mysterious. 8th house, a house of occult, tantra, magic. So Jupiter tries to gain knowledge. What is there in the unknown realm of life? Going to the roots, getting the knowledge of roots. You know, the way I'm explaining, 8th house, a house of astrology also.
There's a house of astrology, 8th house.
So astrology is the unknown realm. So going deep into that aspect, you must have observed I am explaining astrology in a very deep way, because Jupiter is guiding me to go deep into the 8th house and gain knowledge and share knowledge. The source of my knowledge is 8th house because of Jupiter in 8th house. Jupiter creates an idealistic approach. So this person would have a very different kind of experience of life. Previously, Jupiter used to consider himself going to temple will solve all the issues of life. Going to temple, worship God or goddess will solve all the issues of our life. Previously, Jupiter would have been thinking the way. But when he lived the 8th house, he would say, it is not like that. Your problem might multiply if you worship God, or if you worship God or goddess. Being over religious might spoil your life. This is the knowledge Jupiter is gaining from 8th house. So Jupiter is a knowledge, right? Anybody who has Jupiter in 8th house is gaining knowledge from 8th house. Life is a dewdrop. It will vanish anyway, anytime. So Jupiter is gaining knowledge. Any time death can happen. Jupiter. So anybody who has Jupiter in 8th house is gaining knowledge. All the things related to 8th house. Clear? Jupiter in 9th house. The lordship of 9th house, tell me.
Jupiter.
So Jupiter is very friendly, is very relaxed there. 9th house, Jupiter is sitting in his own house.
Right.
He's very chill. I'm in my home, I relax. Anybody who is Jupiter in 9th house, they are those kind of people who are regularly visiting temple, church, mosque, like idealistic person. You know, good people of society. I appreciate. But my religion is Hindu. I am born in Hindu family. I will go to temple only. Very polite. Jupiter in 8th house can go to anywhere. I'm explaining everything in detail because the foundation should be very strong. Foundation, you can purchase a big book of astrology and just keep on reading it and mugging up. Within 10 days, you will mug up the big astrology book, but you would not able to digest it. I'm going slow and deep so that you could digest it. When your course would be over, maybe after 1 or 2, 3 weeks, that the seed which I am sowing will sprout. We sow seed, we put in the mud. When the sprout comes, the very same day, we put manure, we put water, and we take care of it for many days. Then someday sprout will come. In the same way, you might not able to grasp 100% of what I am saying, but whatever I am saying, I am sowing the seed in your subconscious mind. After 2 or 3 weeks, it will sprout. Then you will come to know, oh yes, astrology is happening. So this, whatever I'm telling you, is based on my more than 12 years of experience. I don't know at what time the seed was sown inside me and it sprouts. So don't worry. Simply allow your conscious mind to be here. When your thoughts go here and there, okay, just do a pep talk inside. No, let me be here. Because you are not only listening, your subconscious mind is also listening. So, but we couldn't make out. We think that it's going very less inside the brain. Maybe I'm grasping 30-40%, 60% I'm not grasping. No, you are grasping everything. 60% your subconscious mind is grasping. Maybe 6 months, but the journey will be completed. Okay? And the knowledge of religion is expanded over the period of time. Higher philosophy. Hey, these people would have the knowledge of religious books, scriptures. They would love reading religious books because they are in their own house. Right? Any doubt? Now let's move further. Jupiter in 10th house. 10th house is the most complicated. Everything is fair in love and war. House of politics, job, workplace, karam bhumi. In Hindi we say, na? 10th house. There is no rules as such. 10 salesmen selling the same thing in the market. Somebody is selling it for 100 rupees, 150, 200, 300. There is no idealism. There is no one price.
Right.
And what Jupiter will do? he would get confused. Jupiter would try to create idealism in among those 10 salesmen, but they will not follow him. They will say, this is a market. You are selling your teaching at the wrong place. Because if customer wants to purchase this from me, my cost price was 100 rupees and I have earlier decided to in selling price 200 rupees, but he doesn't have money. He has only 150 rupees. I will sell because I am gaining 50 rupees profit. And another salesman, his cost price is same 100 rupees, but he is selling in 300 rupees and the customer has no problem because he has money. He will purchase in 300 rupees. This is the way 10th house works. So don't.
Jupiter will find it hard.
Yes.
To make its idealism work in 10th
yes.
house.
So Jupiter, anybody who has Jupiter in 10th house, they would be considered idiots, stupid people. Is there any logic or benefit to spread idealism among salesmen?
No. No.
And there is a possibility that one salesman will sell this in 120 rupees only. Because of his low reputation, nobody is giving him 200 rupees or even 150 rupees. He will sell in 120. Okay, 20 rupees benefit, no problem. Because he has to earn his livelihood. He is taking care of his family. If Jupiter will, if he will listen to the Jupiter, then that is not possible. Jupiter says, you purchased it in 100 rupees, let's fix it 130. Don't sell it less than that or more than that. This is not going to happen in the field of business. Right? So Jupiter will be preaching at the wrong place. Jupiter is trying to create idealism at a wrong arena, wrong circumstances, wrong situation. This is not the right place for Jupiter. Not comfortable.
The law of the jungle applies.
Law of jungle applies.
In 10th house.
It's a law of, is a house of politics.
Politics.
Jupiter is not interested in. Jupiter is a yogi, sadhu, sant. He is not interested in politics. This is a house of politics.
Politics.
So anybody can cheat him. But Jupiter in 10th house, you need to check with your data. Who has Jupiter in 10th house? Anybody can cheat this fellow. Because Jupiter will try to fix his goals in a very idealistic way. But anybody can cheat him. For example, among several salesmen, one salesman has Jupiter in 7th house. Sorry, one of the salesmen has Jupiter in 10th house.
10th house.
So, what his colleagues, how can they cheat him? Jupiter in 10th house will say, I purchased it in 100 rupees and I will sell in 130 rupees. Okay. His colleagues will plan. This thing is out of stock in the market, but this person is carrying. Okay, we'll purchase from it in 130 and sell in 230. The same thing which Jupiter was selling in 130, they purchased it from him
And sold it for 230.
This is the way they cheat. So Jupiter is not comfortable in 10th house.
10th house.
Because his energy is being wasted. in spreading the optimism,
the fairness.
the fairness
The fairness.
among colleagues, bosses. Don't preach. We know the pulse of the market. Don't teach us. You do whatever you want to do, but don't preach us, don't teach us. This is the way. So you need to check the horoscopes. So Jupiter, there is a possibility at Jupiter because of expansion, right? So he would have a lot of work to do.
In the 10th house.
Many colleagues. Everything is there. And but the main thing is idealism. Okay, the Jupiter in 11th house. Clear? What is 11th house?
Saturn.
The ownership is Saturn.
Yes.
But the nature of 11th house
Is fast. Nature of 11th house is
wishes, desires, our dreams. You know, we work in 10th house. We work in 10th house and after working we gain. So this is the house of gains.
11th house.
Our wishes, our desires, our achievements. You know, the retired life pension, I have already explained. 11th house, house of wishes. Now Jupiter in 11th house again will spread the idealism. So he would like to earn money, but not of black marketing money, pure money. For example, if he has done a lot of good work and somebody is giving him 2 lakh, which he deserves, but they are giving 3 lakh, 1 lakh just for like that. He will say, no, I want only 2 lakh. This is my hard earned money. Idealism, that optimism, that purity is spread in wishes, desires, dreams, very idealistic dreams, idealistic goals, because he wants that his earning should be like prasadam, pure earning, not bad means, pure earning, right? So they are not, that black marketing money, they are not in favor of that. They are in favor of hard earned money. And there is a possibility of lot of earning. Jupiter is expanding. So earning a lot, big wishes, big dreams, but idealistic dream. Because of how big? Because Jupiter is expansion, spreading, enlarging. Business network, 10, 20 people in business network. But what he would be doing would be maintaining a idealistic relationship with business network people, giving him gifts, Diwali, Eid, Christmas, New Year, Onam, all the festivals of India. he will gift them, because he is trying to create an idealistic relationship with the business network. Clear? What else? 11th house. Wishes, desires, earning, goals. He would try to fulfill his goal by fair means. His goal might be to build a house, big house, bungalow, but by fair means. So for that fair mean, he has to wait throughout his life, the whole life, because unfair mean was available anytime. But his wish was to earn through fair means, to fulfill his dream of having big house through fair means. You like to have tea or coffee? You would like to have?
Yes, please.
Coffee.
I'm feeling little.
Yes.
I don't mind.
Yeah, no problem. No. Let us finish with the 12th house, then we'll take a coffee break. Okay? So clear with 11th house, Jupiter?
We'll try
To understand the horoscope, we need to understand the depth of every house and the depth of every planet. And then when they are joined, right now I have not put the zodiac sign. That's the third aspect. If you are not thorough with the house and Jupiter, if I put the zodiac sign, you would be confused. You need to thorough with the nature of planets, with the nature of house. Right now the house is blank. The ownership is there. Ownership is Saturn. So Jupiter is not comfortable with in the place of Saturn, because Saturn try and test you many times. Saturn is very strict teacher. Now Jupiter in the 12th house. 12th house, house of relaxation, nothingness, emptiness, hollowness, celebration, parties, entertainment, enjoyment, detachment, like hospital, prison or rehabilitation center. 12th house, house of moksha. Now if Jupiter is placed here, or if anybody has Jupiter in 12th house, expenditure, he would spend very idealistically. He will manage his budget. I will spend this much. He will not spend more. And for example, parties, entertainment, enjoyment, celebration. For example, if a party is going on, house party is going on, all friends are there, and among all friends, any one person has Jupiter in 12th house. The party is going on, house party, the alcohol is being distributed, lavish food, everything is there. This person will not consume alcohol. 99% no. He will have his soft drink. Okay. And there's a music, loud music. He will say, let's not disturb the neighbors. Enjoy at minimum the volume of speakers. Idealistic approach. In celebration, in enjoyment again. And for example, he would not extend his party to late night. No, this is the time to just shut down. close the
Or they
party.
will walk away.
Jupiter. That celebration, even in celebration, in enjoyment, entertainment, that's idealism, that optimism is spread or is being preached. And one thing, Jupiter has a nature of preaching. Wherever Jupiter sits, he starts preaching. This is a bad or good habit, It all depends. It's bad in 7th. South spouse doesn't want preaching. Don't preach me. Don't teach me. So in 12th house, the house of nothingness, emptiness, hollowness, detachment. So Jupiter partially comfortable, partially not comfortable. Is comfortable when the celebration party is going on and he is restricting the time, the loudness, the noise. But when he is left alone, aloneness, 12th house, if Jupiter is left alone in 12th house, he would feel bad. He would not be happy. Why? Because there is nobody left to preach. Whom he would preach, whom he would give his teachings, lessons. So Jupiter is uncomfortable. He is comfortable in 9th. And which other house is Jupiter is very comfortable? I have told you, Jupiter is best in which house? The best placement of Jupiter. 4th house.
4th house. The moon, house of the moon.
Because here the caring, the feelings, emotions are involved with the teaching. So Jupiter is comfortable.
For every of this there are remedies, no sir. All
Yes. If something is going bad.
Bad, but what you are saying is truth only.
So Jupiter is good in 9th, own house. 12th is also the house of Jupiter.
Yes.
But because of detachment, he is less comfortable in comparison to 9th house. Jupiter is very comfortable in 4th. Number 1, 4th. Number 2, 9th. Number 3, 12th. Because of detachment. Left alone, whom should I teach lesson? So, this is the way we have completed Jupiter in all the 12 houses. We'll move to Saturn. Okay. Till then, we'll take a break of 5 minutes. Great. Okay. So we have done Jupiter in all the 12 houses.
Yes.
Now again draw the blank graph. We'll start with Saturn. Planet Saturn. I have already explained about planet Saturn. What is planet Saturn? Okay, it's all about hard work, labor.
So in this, I just leave it like this: Mars, Venus, Mercury.
Yeah, this is the ownership.
Okay, but should I put Jupiter in first place?
No.
Just like that.
That we have done. This
This is the ownership of all the
Yes.
houses.
So Jupiter we have done. Afterwards you can draw this way. It's just to make you understand. Saturn, the nature of Saturn I have explained you when you are doing the planets. It's all about hard work, discipline, commitment, accountability, patience,
Labor,
labor,
hard work, yeah.
physical labor, hard work, and
Gold.
sorry.
All things underground.
No, it's not like that. Saturn is a hard work.
No, sir, you said everything, all the mines.
That is 8th house. That is no relation with Saturn.
Oh, 8th house, okay, that's only
That's the nature of 8th house.
8th house.
Things which are underground.
Underground.
Saturn is about, is a practical teacher. And I was comparing Jupiter and Saturn. Saturn, the practical teacher.
Teacher.
The skill, our skill, our effort, hard work, our discipline, our regularity, our punctuality, our accountability, our professionalism, all is Saturn.
For living in this world, Saturn is very important. His
To excel in this world
to excel, his attributes.
without following the terms and condition of Saturn, you would be like a paralytic person, impotent, with no energy. So what Saturn will do when it occupies first house? Anybody who has Saturn in the first house, what are the circumstances? What is the nature? How the nature of that person changes? Or what Saturn expect from this fellow? How the person is supposed to live his life who has Saturn in first house? What is first house?
Appearance.
Appearance.
So how will he appear? A man who's Saturn in the first house, how will his appearance be, sir?
I'll tell you. His appearance, first house, physical structure, his body, everything connected to ego, body,
Sir, Jupiter is, you said, fluffy.
not face. I'm talking about the first house.
First house is the body, the physical.
Body, the body could be fluffy. Jupiter. In Saturn,
Maybe thin.
could be thin, could be fat. Right now, what I'm telling you is that when Saturn occupies the first house, and what is first house? First house is our body, right? Physical appearance, our character sketch, our ego, our self, our aura. Wherever Saturn sits, he wants you to be disciplined punctual, full of effort, full of hard work. If Saturn is in first house, this person would be very laborious, very hard working, physical hard work. He would involve his body to put effort. He would be aggressively involved in hard work,
Physical
using his body.
Physical hard work.
Physical effort, skillful with his body. And he is supposed to be. Previously, I did not say that he is supposed to be. But in this case, one who has Saturn in first house, he is supposed to be disciplined with his body, regular with his body, punctual with his body. What do you mean by punctuality, regularity, or discipline with his body? Exercise. Take care of your body. How you take care of your body? You have to exercise. Go for a walk, go for a jogging, swimming, all physical effort. You have to be involved in that. Or Saturn will make you sick. Anybody who has Saturn in the first house, he is forced to be disciplined with his body. He cannot sit this way. Saturn will spoil your backbone.
He has to work.
He has to move as per the nature of the planet. He has to sit properly, disciplined. He has to fulfill the duties of his body that Saturn wants from this fellow. This person, he would, at the very first look, you will feel that he is a serious fellow. You know, why serious? Saturn is work. Work, hard work, effort, and slow.
And slow. Hard work and slow worker.
Slow worker. So he would be using his body. Simbu, Aja. So he would be putting his body slowly into hard work. So the first impression of this person, he's a serious person. Because when work is involved, one has to be serious. But he would be disciplined with his body, or he is supposed to be. Saturn gives 0 number or full number, 100 out of 100, no number in between. If you pay attention to your body, Saturn says, I'll give you the best body.
Best?
Body. The best aligned body. Perfect body. The only thing, pay attention. Regularly exercise. But not too much, not too less. Saturn creates a discipline. Saturn is the discipline of our life. There is no planet except Saturn who creates discipline. That is why he is a very hard teacher. And Saturn, I have said that he gives you reward then and there. I am speaking, I am sharing the mysterious knowledge of astrology with you. What is your effort? To pay attention. And what is the result? You will not have to revise it. If you are putting effort in 100% presence, everything will go deep inside your brain. Without mugging up, you will memorize it. Saturn may be slow, but he gives result like this. He says, be very attentive. Whatever work you are involved in, be 100%. I give you 100% marks. If you're not attentive, I give you 0 marks.
Saturn. He's extreme.
He lives in extreme. He's very friendly. Very friendly means in whatever period you are going through, he gives you result then and there.
That's what they say during Saturn, he can like this lift you from bottom to top.
One who is going through certain time period, that would be the time period when he will touch the peak of his career. But he is supposed to be disciplined. I'll give you example. My wife has passed through Jupiter time period, 16 years. That all teaching, Gurudam, that he become a teacher, she becomes a guru, everything. Everybody is touching her feet. 16 years. But then when Saturn time period comes, all the students go away. His Gurudam is lost.
So we need to live.
Listen. It's a very important thing I'm going to share with you. His Gurudam is lost. He's left alone. His teaching, that empire is demolished. But his Saturn is very strong. From Saturn, he started from the scratch. Again, one student. He used to have 300 students. Saturn time period. Saturn is testing. Very harsh teacher. She is very disciplined. And she worked in her teenage. She had worked very hard. Lot of effort. Lot of hard work. Saturn pays you for your hard work. So when Saturn time period come, she continually put her effort. Started doing the effort, hard work. She is a classical dancer. She worked hard whole day. And at present, her channel of classical dance is among the best channel. Best channel of India. She had made few videos which has been viral even in South India among Bharatanatyam people. Why? She has been disciplined, punctual, accountable with his work, very disciplined. If she has to get up 4, she will get up. She practiced. When the Saturn time period, I think, started in the year 2016, 8 years had passed. Until she has, if you could go and watch her channel, see the remarks, the comments. Previously, in Jupiter time period, she was famous. But then his that famous thing was not very solid. But Saturn, she not only become famous, but his popularity is very grounded now. Nobody can move it. Saturn will give you many things. Whatever effort she has put in her teenage, Saturn is giving her now. Because efforts. Saturn wants only one thing. I want hard work. Discipline your body. Discipline your hard work. Regular. Punctual. She is like that. And Saturn has rewarded, and it has been rewarded by Saturn in many dimensions. That's the nature of Saturn. So, hard work never goes in vain. Saturn will reward you. You know? Saturn will give you reward. I give you my example. I have been advertising, I have been putting many things in Arambol. and the time has come, then I have to leave. 22nd. 22nd I have to leave.
Where are you going, sir?
Back to Pune.
Oh.
That's my house.
Okay.
I stay in Pune.
Pune.
So, lot of hard work I have put. I have pasted my posters and everywhere. Nobody was coming. Nobody was even inquiring. But in spite of that, putting effort. Saturn sees my effort. He send you. And not only he send you the whatever teachings, whatever the mysteries of astrology I am sharing with you. I have done more than 10 batches. This is one of the best. Yesterday live session was around 800 views. In that 3-4 hours only.
They have seen 800 views.
On my channel. This very live session, 800 views. Saturn will not disappoint you. Saturn tests your patience. Test your patience. If you put effort, hard work, Saturn will pay. Will give you the best. So first house is about body. So Saturn wants you to be very punctual with your body. Take care of your body. Dress up good. So everything you want, you are supposed to be. Then Saturn gives you good thing. Now let's move to the second house. Second house is about our voice, our vocal cord, our food eating habits, family, lineage, our face. So anybody who has Saturn in second house, Saturn says be very alert and disciplined when you eat. Second house, food eating habit.
Venus.
Venus is the lordship. Put Saturn, don't put the way I am putting, you put here. Put Saturn 1, 2. Don't look at here. Yeah, Saturn. Now second house. And Saturn and Venus are friends. First house, house of Mars. Saturn and Mars are not friends. So very complicated house for Saturn in the first house. Because every time he is tried and tested. So Saturn says you are to be disciplined with your eating habits or I'll make you sick. Second house, food eating habit. You need to be disciplined while using your vocal cord or I'll spoil your vocal cord, your sound system. Wherever Saturn sits, he wants you to be disciplined, balanced, punctual, regular, accountable, aware, relationship with the family.
Talk good things.
It's a voice. Talking will come in third house. This is a voice. So Saturn, second house, food eating habit. Face, take care of your face. If some pimple or something comes, take care of it. Put some ointment or just do the best you can do. Family lineage or family. Be very punctual and responsible towards your family, where you are raised and brought up. For example, your maternal house, where you are raised and brought up, they are going through very poor time, poverty, and you have become very rich. So it is your duty to help them financially.
Your in-laws.
Not in-laws, where you are raised and brought up, your family.
Family.
Your mother, father. Because we left our mother, father house and we start living with a spouse, right? Nuclear family. So if Saturn is sitting in second house, he wants you to be very punctual and responsible towards your family, where you are raised and brought up. Give money to your father and mother, or anybody in your family. If for example, the house where you are raised and brought up is in a very distorted condition, and you have money, spend money and get it repaired. Saturn wants you to do that. If you are not doing it, Saturn will penalize you. Saturn wants you to be very punctual, accountable, responsible. Clear? So, food eating habit, vocal cord, face, third house. Put Saturn here.
Second house is vocal cord, sir?
Yes. That is why I told you to revise. Second, tomorrow I will take the test of all the 3 sessions. Okay? Third house, house of communication. We are communicating, conversation. So Saturn says, whatever you speak, think. Think before you speak. Be very responsible with your communication, with your conversation. Think before you write text, email, or all sorts of communication. Insta, Facebook. Be very much alert and aware, accountable, disciplined. Before you shoot mail, read 10 times so that not even a single word should be useless or create some problem. Wherever Saturn sits, he wants you to be disciplined. Third house, brother and sister. Be responsible towards your brother and sister. Be disciplined, professionally, have professional relationship with your brother and sister. Be accountable, punctual. If they need you, help them if you have it. Okay? Short distance travel. So be very disciplined when you are involved in short distance travel. Carry all your belongings. Your daring, boldness. If you want to take any bold step in your business or any aspect of your life, and Saturn is sitting in third house, Saturn says, mind your steps, mind your boldness, mind your risk-taking factor. He doesn't say, don't do it.
But he says, be alert.
Be alert. Do homework before taking step. Clear? Or you would be penalized. You will face failure. 0 number. If anybody has Saturn in third house and he miscommunicate,
it will be taken wrongly by the other side.
Very wrong.
It happens, no, sir. Some people are taken, the politicians, they talk something, they are misunderstood and they are trolled in the social media.
Yes.
They get into a lot of trouble.
Saturn in fourth house. Fourth house is our feelings, our emotions, our sentiments. When you are going for a journey, he will create a lot of trouble. Saturn is penalizing. Take care of the feelings and emotions. Fourth house. If you take care of feelings and emotions of others, others will take care of your feelings and emotions. Be very responsible with your mother. Fulfill all the duty. She needs certain attention, money, physical support, any kind of responsibility. You should be available, in particular for those Saturn in fourth house. And there is a possibility that mother is very disciplined. very strict with you, very punctual, accountable. And there is a possibility that the primary education, your primary education, was a very difficult time, very hard-working time, full of effort when you were passing through your primary education. Why? Because of Saturn. Clear? Saturn in 5th house. 5th house is all about our relations.
Stock market.
Speculative business.
Lottery.
Yes. And creativity. The first child.
First child.
So Saturn creates a disciplined relationship with your friends. Or Saturn wants, be very disciplined with your friends and relationship. Or in your creativity, be very disciplined. For example, if you are making a hut or any sort of creativity you are involved in, any sort of creativity you are involved in, for example, you have made up your mind to build a bicycle. That's your creativity. Saturn says you should have thorough knowledge of bicycle. Be very disciplined in your creativity. Disciplined relationship with your children. Or the child could be very disciplined, very punctual, accountable. You have to fulfill the responsibility of your child, or you would be penalized. When you are investing in stock market, you have to be very thorough with every nook and corner or every ifs and buts of this field. Do not invest just like for the sake of investing. Saturn says, now I am in this house. You are to be responsible and disciplined. I will not spare you. I will not let you escape. You have to be like that. 6th house. Physical issues, mental issues, diseases, obstacles. Negative house. And enemies. Saturn says, if you are, yes, write it down. Saturn says, if you have fallen sick, take medicine. Don't think that sickness will go off its own, on its own. If you are in tension, do something. Take the responsibility. If somebody is creating problem in your life, do something. Fulfill your responsibility, your discipline, your regularity, your punctuality, your responsibility. If you are Saturn, if anybody has Saturn in 6th house and this person falls sick and is not taking medicine, Saturn says, I will make you such a severe sickness that you will not get up from the bed for 3 years. So take care of the medicine. Take care of your sickness. Saturn wants you to be very disciplined. Do something. Do your effort. Saturn in the 7th house. Saturn is very happy in 7th house because friend of Venus. But then anybody who has Saturn in 7th house, he has to be responsible towards his spouse, punctual, dutiful. If your spouse needs you at some point of time, you should be available. I'm talking about those people who have Saturn in 7th house. You need to be very disciplined with your spouse, punctual, dutiful, responsible, or I will spoil the relationship with your spouse, or spouse will penalize you. He will shout at you. She will shout at you. So, what I am telling you, what is the gist of Saturn? Can you tell me? What Saturn wants?
A person to be disciplined, to be punctual, to do hard work.
Responsible.
Disciplined, punctual, hard work, responsible.
Fulfill your responsibilities.
Fulfill your responsibilities.
And have patience.
Patience. Because he is a slow planet. He wants you to walk slowly. He doesn't want you to run. He wants you to walk slowly.
Okay. Done with 7th house. Saturn in 8th house. House of in-laws. The treasure of the spouse. 8th house. Other person money. The house of darkness, mysteries, occult, magic. The house of accidents, house of death, house of rebirth. Let's talk about in-laws. Disciplined relation with your in-laws. Fulfill all the responsibilities for your in-laws, or you would be neglected. Think, what are the responsibilities you have in your kitty for your in-laws? If you are using the treasure of your spouse, you should be very much responsible, dutiful, accountable. Don't waste it. If you are best, fulfilling the terms and conditions of Saturn, Saturn says, I will give you the best. I will reward you if you follow me. Eighth house is the house of sudden happening. Sudden. Okay? So, it means Saturn is good in 8th house. Why? Saturn reduces the speed. Slow. In whatever house Saturn is placed, makes the thing slow. If anybody has Saturn in 7th house, he will get his wife or husband at the latter part of his life.
In the 7th house.
Because the marriage is delayed.
In 8th house?
8th house, accidents are delayed. Accident is sudden happening. So that sudden is like
slow. So we have chances of escaping all the time. And actually we always escape.
But when some problem comes out of the blue moon, Saturn is the darkness. 8th house is the darkness. When some problem comes from the darkness, it will not go away easily. It will come at the speed of ant and also go away with the speed of ant. Slowly will go away. Any misfortune or anything which is coming out of the box in your life, any problem, will not go away soon. It will take time. If there is an issue with your in-laws, that issue will not go away overnight. It will take time. Saturn, 8th house is a physical intimacy with your spouse. So Saturn says, be very responsible with this sector of your life. Be punctual. Saturn, 8th house is astrology, occult, yoga, tantra. So Saturn says, if you want to learn those things, you have to be very disciplined. You have to be very slow. It will not come, the knowledge of 8th house will not come overnight. Right now you are gaining the knowledge of 8th house. Saturn says, you need to be very punctual, dutiful, do your homework. Only then the house of 8th, the knowledge of 8th house will be the part of your system. If you are not doing, it would be a wastage of time and money after 7 days. Saturn has his own way. Saturn gives you many things. Will gift you a lot. You will able to achieve success wherever Saturn is sitting, but you have to fulfill the certain terms and condition of Saturn. Clear? Saturn 9th house. 9th house is also the house of luck, fortune, which I have not told. So, the fortune, the luck. Yes.
9th house is also the house of relative, long distance travel, house of gurus, spiritual.
The house of fortune.
Higher education, higher ideology, and house of fortune.
So, fortune is delayed. Your fortune will, when my fortune will awake, when I would be fortunate enough to get these things. We talk about that. So, the fortune of your life will pops up at the later part of your life. If Saturn is placed in 9th house, your fortune will not open the door at the early part of your life. My wife has Saturn in 9th house. She has done a lot of hard work, but only at the age of 40s, her fortune is brightening up because of Saturn. But when it is opening up, it's giving many things. Name and fame. Fortune is clicking, but it is not clicking at the early part of life, a later part of life. They will feel fortunate not in the early part of life, later part. But then Saturn says, are you fulfilling your duties? Are you responsible, punctual? Are you too much dependent on fortune? Then I will not give you.
You have to put hard work.
Saturn in 9th house, have disciplined relationship with your gurus. Be responsible towards your gurus. What is your responsibility? Just bowing head is the responsibility finished? Your guru is standing and you are bowing head every time he comes. Saturn says, imbibe the good qualities of your gurus. That is being responsible or being disciplined with gurus, not bowing head. Every idiot is doing that. Imbibe the good qualities of your gurus. That is the discipline of gurus. Long distance travel. These people are very disciplined when they travel long. For example, a journey of 30-40 hours, they will pack a bag, they will carry whatever. There is a requirement during the journey, the thermos, the water bottle, the tiffin and everything. They are very disciplined. You have to be disciplined. If you are not, during that journey, Saturn will trouble you. Saturn, if you are not carrying water bottle and you know that good water is not available in the train, and if you are not carrying your water bottle, in spite of knowledge, Saturn will penalize you that you will not get good water. So Saturn wants you to be on your toes. Stand erect. Higher philosophy, higher religion, everything. You are to be punctual. Okay? 10th house. 10th house again. You need to be punctual, disciplined at your workplace. At your workplace. With your colleagues. With your bosses. Discipline when you work. It's not like you're enjoying and just freaking out, not doing work properly. Saturn will make you jobless. Saturn says, now you are at work. I'm talking about this case. Anybody who has Saturn in 10th house, you need to check the data. He says, 10th house of bosses, be disciplined with your boss. Be disciplined with your colleagues. Or whatever work you are involved in, do it with full skill. Be very skillful when you are at work. Don't do just for the sake of doing it. Clear? Saturn is not against politics. Is not against politics. Jupiter is against politics. Saturn says, okay, we have to follow the political rules and regulations, because only then survival is possible. Fetters the survival in 10th house. Okay, no problem. We will follow it. You have to be a bit cunning, clever, bit liar, no problem. I will follow it religiously. Religiously. I will follow in a disciplined manner. That is the rule of Saturn. 10th house. 11th house. Put it there. Be very disciplined with your wishes, desires, aims, achievements, business network, your goals. Only then I will fulfill your dreams. Be very practical with your dreams. Don't dream that I would someday have Taj Mahal. Someday I would purchase Taj Mahal. Unpractical dream. Someday I would become a Prime Minister of India. Not a practical dream. Dream. Right now I'm putting effort. I am a person of bank balance 2 lakh. Maybe after 10 years, I would be the person of 30-40 lakh. This is a practical dream. I would have a house after 10 years. I would put effort from now onwards. Dream could be possible. Practical dream. Be responsible towards your dream. Are you fulfilling all the duties which is required to fulfill your dreams? Saturn will reward you. Clear? Saturn in 12th house. As I have explained that 12th house is the house of celebration, enjoyment, parties, donation, expenditure, detachment, lonely place. Previously I have explained Jupiter. The party is going on at the house. Jupiter will have soft drink, will not have alcohol. But Saturn here will have alcohol, but only 1 peg. He knows his limit. Saturn is the limitation. Saturn says, I know my limit. Only 1 peg, I enjoy that little bit of drowsiness. Not more than 1 peg. You enjoy your 4 peg, 5 peg, the complete bottle, you do whatever you do. And we'll freak out, we create a noise, but we will cut out the party by 11. Enough. We will not pay attention to the neighbors. I will go and tell my neighbors, by 11, you have to tolerate me. But not after 11. By 11, my party would be over. Discipline. Jupiter will donate to good people for good cause. I have explained Jupiter, 12th house, for good cause. NGOs who are helping orphans, old age home, or religious institution. Saturn will give anybody. Beggar, anybody, whoever is in need of. But Saturn will be very disciplined when in expenditure. You know that his budget is 20,000 per month. So he will not spend more. 20,000, cut. And what after that? He will starve. I'm just giving you an example. I met somebody in Delhi. He may be earning 20 lakhs per month. I accompanied him with his family at McDonald's. Okay? He has Saturn in 12th house. I ordered a burger. And for his family, he ordered 1 burger.
For the whole family.
And they have cut in 4 pieces and they eat. You know why? They might have crossed their budget. I was surprised, but I didn't show. I controlled my laughter. I was eating the full burger. I was feeling a bit awkward. I said, anybody want to share with me? No, you have it. You want only small. And I know that fellow. In spite of earning 20 lakh, maybe he has set up the budget of only 50,000 per month, and today is the 29th day and he is going beyond the budget. He will cut. Now he is starving the last day. Saturn could be like that.
Like that.
But Saturn, anybody who has good Saturn, he would not starve. He would say, I will manage my whole month so that the last day of my month should not be in this position. That one burger cutting in 3 pieces. But I'm talking about the nature of Saturn. He is serious fellow, disciplined. Cutting the budget. Detachment, loneliness. There's a nature of Saturn. So, he enjoys celebration parties, but in the budget, not beyond the budget. Okay? So, we are done with Saturn with all the 12 houses. You can just have a look if you want to know anything, any doubt.
I know and I will be listening to.
Okay.
Go to start with.
No problem. Just a moment.
Stop, no, sir?
No. You want to go?
It's running?
Yeah, it's running. Want to say something which should not come in? I will mute it.
Okay.
Okay. Now we will start with Mercury. Again, draw the plane chart.
But drawing it what way in for, sir? You're just drawing and putting the numbers.
No. Put the planets.
Yes, but what Saturn does in this and what Saturn
But
does.
because it's a
It's not, we are
mentally.
not writing anything here. It's just putting diagram.
Because when we write, we have mindset that now Mercury planet. We are talking about Mercury planet, and by putting
So
in houses.
subconsciously it will.
Yeah, we are putting in the houses, so it means what Mercury is doing in all the houses. So it's only a symbolic, but
It works.
psychologically it works.
in the mind.
Mercury. It's a very interesting planet because the main hero and the main villain of our horoscope, right? When I started saying about Mercury, what I said, the very first statement,
The hero and the villain
both.
thinking.
Yes. He is the commander in chief of our life. First house, physical, body, physical appearance, character sketch, ego, self-esteem, personal aura, everything connected to ourselves or our outward appearance. That is first house. What is Mercury? Mercury is a businessman. there is only one planet who is a businessman. That is Mercury. You can write it down. Mercury is a businessman. Mercury is a salesman. Okay. If I have to define Mercury as per the houses, Mercury wants to do business in whichever house he sits in, and using the qualities of that house.
My Mercury.
We'll talk. Mercury starts selling the things related to the house he sits in. He tries to open up the shop in the house he is placed. This is the nature of Mercury. He is a perfect businessman, perfect salesman. If he is sitting on chair, he starts selling chair. Wow, this is a very good chair. Very good chair. He will ask, what is the cost? Oh, 40 rupees. Oh, I purchased it. He will tell something so much about this chair. Other person will ask, oh, what is the cost of this chair? He will say 100 rupees. 40 rupees he will give it to that fellow, and 60 rupees is put in his pocket, getting 100 rupees. So he's a salesman, commission agent. Mercury is a commission agent. He is always into business. He learn this much and sell this much. He is capable of selling comb to a bald person. For scratching your bald head, I have a best comb for you. And he is ready to sell it. That's the quality of Mercury. Now first house. First house, as I've explained, Mercury tries to sell whatever you have. If you have a good body, he tries to become he can be an actor. Maybe that wrestler and boxer, and we know that action people.
Kung Fu.
In film industry, somebody do actions.
Stunt master.
Stunt master.
Stunt master.
He could be a stunt master. If he has a very charming personality, he would start selling his charming personality. He know how to use it to influence others and get profit.
It will be only about the money part. About the money.
Any part. He might be, for example, if he wants the things to be done, not money, he wants house, he wants ticket, and he has Mercury in the first house, he knows that I have that quality that I can get a house free of cost. What I'll do some favor as per his requirement. For example, maybe his car, his vehicle is stuck somewhere in a dig and is a big built. He said, don't worry, I'll pull the tire for you. He pulled the tire at that point of time when nobody was available at that place. He was very impressed. That car person was very impressed. He said, what do you want? He said, I want a lift till 30 kilometers. He said, come, join me. I'm not going to that 30 kilometer, but I will drop you there because you have done such a favor to me. So what he has done? He has sold himself to get saved money, to get that lift. This is the cleverness of Mercury. Barter system. He could be a wrestler, he could be a boxer, he could be a commission agent, he could be a broker. He knows that the brain part of his body is genius. He could be a IT sector, website designer. Possibility. You know that I can use my brain for his benefit and I'll get something out of it. He knows his skill. He knows his treasure. Mercury opens up the shop wherever he is sitting. First house, using his body. He could be in a wrong business, red light area. He or she observes that very good personality, beautiful look, so I can sell myself. Mercury is like that. He wants to take the benefit of the house he or she is sitting. I have a good height, Mercury says. First house, physical appearance, so I can use this height.
Become a basketball player.
Huh? Basketball player. Or for any other mean. So much clever Mercury is. Okay, clear? Now put Mercury in second house. Mercury, second house, food eating habits.
What?
Food eating habit. Saving, bank account. Second house, face. Family lineage. So what Mercury is doing here? He may be selling his ancestral property into the business of selling ancestral property.
Wherever he goes, he sells.
He sells.
Selling. Wherever.
Businessman. He opens up the shop. I have the articles, have the things to sell. He may be into restaurant business.
Eating.
A restaurant.
The restaurant.
He could be a singer, voice. Selling voice. He could be a singer. He could be a debater, using his voice. Motivational speaker. Face. He could be a beautician. Or he could be selling his face for where there is a required. For example, advertisement. Plastic smile. He could be in account sector, bank balance. He could be in bank industry, saving, FD, all these things. He could be in that lottery business, or he could be in that giving personal loan. He has ample money in the bank. What to do? Bank is giving personal loan on 10%, I'll give a 9%. He is using the savings for earning. Clear? He has a lot of money. He is giving personal loans. Or he is investing his savings for some other cause. giving loans to other people.
Chit fund business.
Yes.
The chit fund gives loans to people, no? So,
Yes, he could be. Mercury now in third house. Third house, house of communication. All kind of conversation, interaction, Facebook, Insta, Gmail, Yahoo, all kind of mails, talking over the phone, text message, all media. So he could be into that business. He is using his communication for selling purpose. He could be a media advertiser, Facebook advertiser. He could be a salesman, communicating and selling. He could be involved in, because third house, house of daring,
daring, yeah.
Boldness. He could be involved in that, selling that aspect. Brother and sister. He could be involved in business with his brother and sister. Or he get his brothers and sisters get involved in his business, making benefit of brothers and sisters. Or this is a house of daring also, okay? He can use that skill. If anybody, or he could be that salesman for fighting skills.
Manager. He can be a manager for the boxers.
Yes. Because there daring skill is involved. Salesman, for sure. All kind of conversation is involved. He could be a teacher. Talking, communicating.
Third house.
Third house. Teacher is doing communication with this teacher, with the students. So he is involved in all sorts of communication. So he is into teaching profession. Correct? So he opens the shops here. Mercury in fourth house. Fourth house is about emotions, feelings, sentiments, the touching part of our life. He could be an actor selling his emotions, his feelings there in a cinema. I have seen many people. Mercury in fourth house, actor. He is using that pittiness to earn. I am so poor. I am alone. Please help me. He is using that feelings, emotions. There is a possibility that he is involved in his mother business, family business, where mother is the boss. Mother might be running a restaurant and he get involved in that. So he has made use of mother. You must have seen any place throughout India that at the shop some lady is sitting, sometimes old lady is sitting. So there is a possibility that they involve their mother in their business. You sit for 4 or 5 hours and I'll go out for the collection of money or for purchasing few articles. You do it for me for 4 or 5 hours. You know everything about the shop. Mother is involved in business. Or he must be involved in selling vehicle. Fourth house. primary education. He must be supplying goods to primary education. I know somebody who supply shoes, dresses to primary education.
Schools.
Primary schools. Salesman.
It's also about the car. The cars.
Cars.
So what does Mercury supposed to do to the car?
Yeah, the car is a vehicle, right?
Yeah.
He must be selling the vehicle.
He should be seeing into selling cars.
There could be a possibility.
Possibility.
What is fifth house? Friends, relationship, right? Relationship without any tag. Or the first child, our creativity. This person who has Mercury in fifth house, there could be a possibility of selling the creativity. Artist. He could also be an actor. Book writer, story writer, or any writer. Writing is a creative skill. Or he may be a sketch artist, sculpturist, any creativity, and he's selling it, doing business out of it. Creativity can be anything. He could be specialized in making a very innovative food articles. Something which is very unique. He's selling that. And he could be involved with his friends in business. Or friends are involved in his business. He would be involved with his child in business. Or his child is involved in his business. You know, the Parle-G packet, that small child photograph is there. So it is very long, maybe more than 30 years.
It's still been there, the child photo.
40 years. So they are selling their child for the marketing. Maybe that photograph is of the child who is now grand dada and dadi. But they are using that thing. So there is a possibility that they are using their children for business. Or any business relationship with the children. Stock market. Lottery business. He may be selling lottery. Or maybe agent for the stock market. Or he may be agent in that all kind of lottery system. He is gaining out of it.
Lottery system?
Lottery system. Clear? Mercury in 6th house. Sixth house is all about problems. So he is making business of our problems. He could be a doctor. He could be a consultant, marriage bureau consultant, or divorce consultant, lawyer. He could be a lawyer. He could be in any medical profession because he is selling concerning diseases. He could be a psychiatrist, psychoanalyst, or he is involved, he is making business in either solving the issues of other people or creating issues in the life of other people and then giving them remedy. Do you understand? He could be in therapy business, massage therapy, hypnotherapy, any business where we are dealing with issues, problems, obstacles. So Mercury is opening the shop here also. 7th house. Mercury is not comfortable.
Himself.
Why? He is doing business with his spouse. A business relation with the spouse. That is the worst thing. Whatever he is earning, he is telling his wife to save. Wife will save money, he will earn. They whole day talking about the cash only. Or wife would be sitting in his business in his absence. So that love affair, the feeling of relaxation, the feeling of intimacy, closeness is lost. Why? Because most of the time they are involved in business talks.
They spend the whole time talking about business.
If the a wife is involved in husband business, or a husband is involved in the wife's business. Anything can be possible. But then the love affair
is gone. Because all the energies are towards business.
That enjoyment,
the personal life is
the flavor of the spouse is gone.
Lost.
So they might be a very rich people. Both are involved in business, earning a lot, big house, big money. But what about love? They are frustrated. Because without love, life is not possible. We might be in that ultimate richness. All the facilities of the world we have in a house. The best dresses, the best facilities, but nobody to share the feelings, to share my inner feeling of relaxation. That life, if we do not have anybody to share that feeling of love, then what would be the life? Depression. Possibility of depression. 6th house, Mercury is always thinking about negative problems.
Doctor.
And anybody who has Mercury in 6th house, they will think, oh my God, this person could be my enemy. Anytime he could be my enemy. Anytime he could create problem in my life. It's psycho. They would not have faith on anybody. Because mind, your intellect is occupied in negative stuff. I'm talking about 6th house. This is the best placement of Mercury.
Which, sir?
6th. You can write it down.
6th house.
Because Mercury is very clever here.
By being a doctor.
By being a very clever person.
6th house is the best house.
For Mercury. He would able to escape from any odd situation. The person who has Mercury in 6th house is capable of escaping from any odd situation, but he would not be able to escape from his negativity, of his problems. Nobody can harm him, but he would not be able to protect his inner harmony. A big thing I'm telling you. Nobody dare to harm him because he's very clever. His sixth sense is very active. Mercury in 6th house. But he would not be able to protect the harmony which is God gifted. Always he is in negative mode. His nervous system always negative. Thinking about problems, obstacles.
Then why is this the best placement?
Because he is able to handle the problems.
Thinking the problems and solving it.
Yes.
And solving it.
But he will remain that vicious circle. You know, the problem comes is not the big thing. But when we are not able to solve the problem, that is the main odd situation. This person is capable of solving the problem because of Mercury. But you know, the coin has two sides, head and tail. In spite of being very clever in solving the problems, he is in grip of problems. Every time he is dealing with the problems. So there is a possibility of being depressive, in negative mode. Clear?
Is there any possibility they can be in positive?
They can act positive. Because Mercury is nervous system, thought process, communication. And where he is sitting?
6th house.
The most negative house.
Negative house.
That is why I say Mercury, the best placement of Mercury is 6th house. He would be able to solve it very easily. But solving problems throughout the life
will be his life.
His business.
Can be his business.
So he is not at ease. It's always time. Some problem is there. Everywhere, every time he is watching, he is talking, his mind is moving. I think I should go. Yes, what were you telling? Okay. His always mind is running with.
Can be a dacoit or something. A thief. No.
He is an escapist. If he is dacoit, he would be the cleverest dacoit. Why? Because nobody will come to know. He knows if everybody or anybody comes to know that he is a dacoit publicly, cops will come and take him away. So,
will be a wolf in a sheep's clothing.
Yes. I am familiar with few people. They have the sixth sense that this situation, this place will be in problem in another 1 hour. Let's go away. Because every time they are in problem, they start smelling problem.
They can sense it.
Mercury in 6th house, people start smelling problem. But the problem is
always there.
Always smelling problem.
It's always there.
They are always in grip. The sense organs is too much sensitive. Okay. So we'll end the session here. Thank you everybody.